Any, okay, any health issues can be the cause. The cause is the indigestion or the constipation. And stress, of course, we know contributes to indigestion and also constipation, right? So today we have Dr. Murrali. He's going to give us the medical perspective of this. So you're all welcome to ask him questions later so that we can know a little bit more into this subject. Because of course, the stress now, as you know, it has become like a word that we mention often, same like how you say your prayers even, okay? Like how you say the same word, we say our prayers, sometimes we say stress. So it has become so common now, we use it so much. So stress has become a part of life, and this is leading to this indigestion, constipation issues, and of course, and this is leading to gut problems, okay, problems in the stomach, and then there's so many other issues that come out of this. So today we have Dr. Murrali to talk about this. Now, Dr. Murrali, maybe some of you have seen him or heard him talk. He is a very dynamic speaker, and he has this wonderful, very good-hearted person who is sharing a lot. Okay, now he doesn't just believe in giving medicines, but he also believes in making people healthy, and he believes in the other alternative ways that we have, like natural healing methods, herbs. So he's with us doing our MAYI herbs, and so he will be talking about his thing. Now he has been a doctor, he's been a medical practitioner for more than 15 years, okay, and he studied overseas. He did his medicine overseas. He came here, has been practicing here for more than 15 to 20 years, and now he has his own clinic in Old Klang Road. Okay, so let's welcome Dr. Murrali to talk to us about this our topic today. Okay, thank you.
Hi, good evening. Okay, so we will talk about indigestions. In the medical term, we call it as dyspepsia. Okay, so what is actually indigestion? So one of the reasons which is Vijaya was said, it's about stress. Okay, stress is one of the triggering factor for indigestion. So nowadays, people are mistook about the diet. So diet is not necessary, must be like fasting for the whole day, then you're taking your meal. That is not a proper diet. So that's always in my talk, a weight loss program, I was usually telling about this. And then intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is okay, but then at least you need to drink more water, because water consumption must be there. You cannot empty your stomach, because our gastric juice, okay, the gastric means in Latin language, gastric is actually stomach, we call it stomach. So the stomach inflammations we call as gastritis. So that's why so then it's involves your colons, okay, ascending colons, sigmoid colons, and descending colons, and a transverse colons, okay, then a small. So intestines and stomach, and of course a spleen, pancreas, it's all in our abdominal part. Okay, so what is indigestion is when you're not taking any food and suddenly you are swallow something and you feel a bit heartburn. Okay, so the heartburn, that's reflux, we call it as reflux, okay, or gastro reflux. So this is what happen is the hair in your stomach is pushing up to your chest and your duct, so esophageal, then it's getting stuck. That's where you feel that heartburn is causing it. Okay, then you can't. Okay, indigestion and constipation is related. Okay, once you have indigestion, so it's not working properly, that means your intestines, you will have constipation. So definitely constipations will cause again the hair spasms to go up to the chest, to the esophagus, then it again cause heartburn. So this is where we call, sometimes you say that agitate that heart. So that's the feeling you get. Sometimes you will have some what do you call a sour taste, or sometimes if you like vomit, you will vomit a yellow color things, which is no food, but then the yellow, that is actually a gastric juice, which is they don't have a food to digest. Okay, gastric juice is actually function to digest your food. That's why once the gastric juice has been out secreted, you feel hunger. Okay, that's a sign of hunger. So you go and quickly take something. Okay, once the gastric juice has been out before you take something, then don't ever take any dairy products like a milk, Milo, chocolate, spicy, oily, fried food. You cannot take it. Once the gastric juice has been secreted, then you've taken all this food. This will cause you the bloatness. Sometimes the bloatness, you will keep on burps, right? So this will cause indigestion because it cannot, because the gastric juice has been out. So you must take your food before this gastric juice to be secreted. So when once you feel that hunger is there, then you must take some food, maybe some mild food, or some biscuits, or soya bean. It's fine. So soya bean is not into classify of what do you call dairy products. You can take it then everything else, because every what do you call the intestinal is pushing one to another. Okay, so to another, and then it will be transverse to the last sigmoid colon. So that's how you will get your fecal to be out. So once the hair is trapped there, the burps is up there, then you will keep on fart. So that's actually indicating that's a lot of air trapped in your stomach. So how to actually relieve this hair? Okay, so we will take some anti, what they call like Gaviscon, okay, or else MMT, the white liquid, which is we takes for our gastric. Okay, so these kind of things will be ease your the hair spasm which is trapped into your body. So constipation, if you look at that, basically indigestion is not a very serious problem, unless if it is causing it the heartburn, dyspepsia, or reflux. Okay, then you get very terrible bloatness, and it also cause you inflammations of the stomach. So that's most important. Okay, so how to actually to take food? Okay, you can take it your food like 3 times, right? Basically, we're taking 3 times of food. Okay, 3 meals in a day. So you just divide it all these meals, 3 meals, into maybe like 7 to 8, 7 to 9. Okay, which is you take little bit from morning 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Take a very mild breakfast. 10 to 11 supposed to be your breakfast. That's where you have to take, maybe you like can take nasi lemak, you can take even roti canai, because you already taken something at 8 o'clock. Okay, then 12 to 1 must be lunch, and 3 to 4 is tea time. Okay, then 6 to 7 again dinner, then supper. Then this is how you're supposed to divide it. So that's where you cannot what do you call you won't develop any air spasms into your stomach. Then you can see when you are taking this few times of meal, divided meal, definitely you will see your body is getting your fats, and even you will get a bit reduce your weight. You can reduce your weight. So because most of the people, even they diet, even they don't take a very heavy meal, so they tend to be like put on weight, but put on weight because of the hair trapped inside their body. So that you must understand. So you cannot what do you call leave it empty your stomachs. So that even fasting for the whole day is also not advisable. Okay? You must drink at least, maybe you can just go on water diet. So just drink water every time. That will be much better. Okay, so It's actually not a big topic. So if in case you all have any questions, you can ask.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, do you have any questions that you want to ask Dr. Murrali? Now, Dr. Murrali says that this is not such a big problem. But later, when we go deeper into this subject, we see other aspects that we see can it lead to deeper problems. Okay, so in medical perception, doctor, medical perception, how bad can constipation be as far as health is concerned?
Yeah, definitely. Even though I said earlier, which is it is not a serious problem, but over the time it can lead, even they can have ulcer because the heartburn will cause them having ulcer, stomach ulcer. Then this ulcer also can cause cancer of the stomach. Okay, and constipations, which is also into their rectum, so which is not out, then it's hard stool. Okay, you have hard stool when they push it to hardly push the fecal. So what will happen is that hemorrhage, they will get hemorrhage piles. Okay, whether it's internal piles because of the injury which is caused by this hard fecal into their rectum, and then they also will have external hemorrhage. The tissues over into the anal will be coming out. So it's also another problem. Sometimes it lead to bleeding, and of course, it's like what I said, over the time they might have a rectal cancer. Okay, so basically it also will lead to the cancer.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Okay, we also we have read how when constipation, people suffer for a long term. Sometimes there's a cycle of distress, constipation. You know how, do you know this feeling like how sometimes you're nervous or you don't feel, you have like some negative emotions, and that can actually lead to stress, and stress will lead to digestive issues, and digestive issues can lead to constipation. So now they are all interrelated. Constipation for a long period of time can cause more other ailments, can cause heart issues, can cause even diabetes, piles. Okay, right, doctor?
Not diabetes, but yes, piles, heart issue in sense of like the hair, then the chest pain because of the head trap, and there is also can the functional pumping of the blood to the heart. So that also will lead to the heart problems. Okay, but this is over the time, not immediately they have constipations, and mostly the girls usually have this problem of constipations. So for the constipations, definitely you all know that you can take a fiber. Okay, but then you must remember fiber, you need to be out from what you call from your body. Once you take your fiber, you need to be out from your body. If it is doesn't out the fiber, it will transform into a cholesterol. Okay, so they must understand. So when cholesterol, you might wondering, your cholesterol reading will be getting higher and higher, but even you're not taking any like heavy meals. So this is what will happen. So for the fiber to be out, to be flushed out from your system, you need to drink more water. So that's why I said water consumption must be there, number one. Okay, then of course when you have these constipations or indigestions, you definitely will, like what I said, it develop a hair. So the hair, sometimes you might feel that neck pain, neck irritations will be there. So you might thought that your pressure has been gone up. So you might, that's why misdiagnosed. You thought it's a pressure, but then the problem is actually into your stomach. So where you have is constipations and irritations feeling. That's why you can see some people, they are really mood swing, even not only in the morning, but every times they are in a mood swing because they themselves don't know what's happening to their body until they recover. Oh, I'm having constipation, so that's why I have this problem. irritations, mood swings, and all that. So of course, even it's not a big problem, but it lead to some other complications. Okay, it's better if you have a constipation. So you must know what is the problem, whether there is the annals, the holes are smaller, or there's a piles, or maybe the stool is hard, not enough water. Then you might take something, there's a supplements even. Okay, in MAYI, definitely we have our own product of what you call OB-Feed. OB-Feed is actually for weight loss, but then it's also used for our cleansing purpose. Okay, it is cleansing, and it also gives you a good motions, and it's cleanse your abdominal, that colon, small and big, large intestines. Okay, so to avoid of all these complications from one things to another, so we must make sure, because every problem is like what Ayurvedic was telling, every problems occurs in our body, it's all duly from stomach. If our stomachs or intestines, which is very intoxicated with the food or with the air spasm, so this will cause many other problems to the body. Of course, stress, which is said earlier, okay, irritations, feeling, heartburn, okay, gastro reflux problem, good, okay, gastritis, and of course dyspepsia, like what I said, the bloatness, the indigestion. So these are the complications of indigestions and constipations.
Okay, thank you so much, doctor. A very detailed. Doctor's explanation is very detailed, and also simple for all of us to understand. Okay, does anybody have any questions for him?
I do have a question. Greetings, Doc. Greetings, everybody. Okay, Chinaz, please, Doc, what can you say about colonic irrigation? Like, is it safe? Most people find it unsafe. Like, they are scared of doing it because they think it's quite unsafe for them. Please, can you throw more light on its colonic irrigation?
Yeah, even medically they use colon irrigations, but then of course people are scared or afraid because it might puncture your intestines, colon. So that's the main of what you call they're afraid of that. Any other questions? Just hold on. After dinner, may I get releasing of pains due to weak digestion system? No, it's not due to the weak liver. It's because of a weak digestions from the questions. Weak digestions from your intestines.
Hi. Okay. So, is there a question?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Professor Ozonwa. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy to get connected.
Do you have any questions you want to ask Dr. Murrali about indigestion, constipation, and stress?
No, but I just want to comment that this is a very wonderful topic you are treating today.
Okay.
Yeah, though I came late, you know.
Oh, thank you.
What I would like you to do is to repeat this particular topic because it's very, very important. Yes, this is an important topic, and I would like a repetition of this, for us to, get well involved in this and learn a lot from it. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Yes, there's so much we can learn through this topic, especially about health. Now, how do we approach this? Like last week, we talked about natural healing methods, and the week before, we talked about healthy eating habits. Now, all these contribute to our digestion, what type of food we eat, the eating time, the duration, like Dr. Murrali explained just now. Sometimes you eat very fast, the food doesn't get digested. And then better to eat in a, just make sure you chew the food nicely. Now, let's talk about as we wait for Master. So Master is coming in a while to talk to us more about this topic. So while we are waiting for him, let's discuss more about stress. Now, there's a lot of ways that people resort to overcome stress. And this has become like a main thing now everywhere. The reason for lots of issues in people. Now that can lead to other deeper issues which are like that people suffer from for many years, like decades they suffer from something, and it can be caused by this something called stress. Now let's see what are more natural ways. How do you de-stress? Can somebody share? What are the natural ways? Let's ask Dr. Murrali. What is his opinion about this? Doctor, what do you tell your patients usually to distress, besides giving the medicine that is?
We must know what is the stress actually. So we have to examine them. We can't give immediately medicines because stress, there's no medicines anyway. You all know, okay? It's only like they have to counseling with psychologists or psychiatrists. What is the stress for? But if it comes to like first runner, that front liner of us, like the GPs, so we would actually examine them. What is the problems? Maybe they might have a lot of other stresses. If it is medically like what we speaks earlier, it's about maybe constipations because of that, or maybe because they have some other ailments. Okay, so we will tell them what they're supposed to do, and to release the stress by meditations, yoga. Okay, we also advise them to go on that, and some exercise, and last, of course, if it is they find it's very difficult to sleep, they have insomnia for a few days, then we might suggest them, or we might prescribe them some antidepressants or sleeping tablets, so which they can sleep well. Because if they don't sleep well for a few days, that will cause another problem where neurologically they might have depressions, they might have maniac, schizophrenic. Okay, so all these problems of the stress. So we must know what is the stress in the beginning. Okay, so like what I said, it also the constipations, which is caused some mood swings. Okay, so these mood swings actually they will have depressions on it. So they might thinking why they are going into a so depressed, because of they can't go for their what do you call motion. So that's most important. That's why we don't practice immediate medications for those who are having a stress. So we have to see what is the stress level of them.
Thank you, Dr. Murrali. Wonderful explanation. Okay, do we have any more questions?
Vijaya, sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mala?
doctor was just now mentioning about stress level. How will he know what level is our stress?
Stress level, usually there is a lot of things like to do hypnotic therapy. Okay, from there we will know the stress levels. By basic physical checks, we will know whether what are the level of their stress, like how deep actually how deep their depressed level. So that's how it's there's no such things like pain scales where from 1 to 10 which they are pain, but this stress level only through when we are actually talking to them, we observe. Okay, we observe into which level they are in, maybe below 5 or after 5, and they need immediate attentions of psychiatrists.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay, thank you, Vala, for the.
Thank you, Vijaya. Thank you, Vijaya.
Okay, see, now stress, of course, we can't take it lightly, because it can lead to like lots of people, they have like mental issues, depression, all that. But It can be caused by something simple as stress. And how do you de-stress? Can we just talk about this for a while? How do you de-stress? Paula, is there a way for you to
Yeah.
de-stress? For me,
Yeah, by exercising,
practitioner,
by
so okay,
exercising.
exercising.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's so many other ways, but I'm just giving you one example.
Thank you,
Okay,
Valer.
okay.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, Professor.
Hello? Yes, I know that,
Professor, how do you de-stress? Your country is very beautiful. I'm sure you can go for a walk in nature and all stress will fly away.
my master is around. I don't know. You see, stress is something that we should take seriously when we are having a topic like this. You see, because it's a slow killer. It's a slow killer, and when there's something like that, one of the physical symptoms is when you are dizzy and you are feeling so depressed, some of these things, I know that there is an instrument that could be used to dictate some of this, the level of this stress, right? I've forgotten the name, it's not my area. I've forgotten, and maybe I will go further to, I think I'm supposed to have, give time for other programs. But all I know is that this topic is very, very, important, that we keep on, repeating this same topic, because this is one of the things that has been causing a lot of problems or health hazard in the society. Stress is one of them, right? So I thank you so much for this important topic. So our beloved and respected facilitator, we are very grateful. I would like you to keep repeating this, because here in Nigeria, we suffer a lot of this health hazard called stress. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Very well said. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so the more natural way for us to de-stress, like even Dr. Murrali said, can do something more relaxing, do yoga, stop, think, study what is happening to ourselves. So all that we can do, contemplate. Okay, now let's continue with Master Mani is here. Okay, Master Mani is here. Now he's going to share deeper into this subject of indigestion, constipation and stress. Okay, all these now according to Ayurveda, we know that it says it accumulates toxins. Just say, for example, indigestion and constipation, accumulation of toxin in the stomach is called ama. They call it ama, or these toxic substances, very sticky substance in the stomach, which can lead to other issues throughout the body. Can even, they say, affect the mental ability. Okay, now Master Mani is here to talk about it. We don't need any introduction to Master. Most of us here know Master. Okay, he has been doing yoga for, he's a yoga practitioner for more than 40 years. Okay, so he's he's also has led a very a good study for a long time on Ayurveda and things like that. Now he has set up a lot of companies here in Malaysia so that he can bring this health and wellness into people's lives. So he is the president of the Malaysian Yoga Society. Now Malaysian Yoga Society, we do lots of things like we have international yoga competitions, camps, British students and all that. Now, this knowledge has been going to schools, children, adults in a lot of ways. We have yoga classes, and we also have Ayurveda centers where we do massages. Now, Master is the founder of all this, and he has been in this He's been doing this for many, many years, and there's so much that we can learn from him. Thank you, Master, for coming and talking to us today. So I give it to Master right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to everybody who is here today from all over the world. And greetings from Malaysia to all those who are out of Malaysia. Vijay was talking and Dr. Murrali were talking about the effect of stress and constipation and digestive issues. Now, when we look at yoga, yoga's influence has been on stress management. Anyone who has these medical issues, doesn't matter what issues they are having, have a relief the moment they start a systematic practice of yoga and Ayurveda. So both has to come. Yoga and Ayurveda has to be in place in our life so that we can manage stress. So what is stress? Stress is the inability to manage our thoughts. When we practice yoga, it directly influences the breath, and the breath influences the emotions and mind. But just using the breath would be, we may forget. So therefore, in Hatha Yoga, we use the body, and then through the body movements, we incorporate the breath, and from the breath, we influence the mind and the emotion. So we are able to manage the stresses. Now, how does Ayurveda come in? Ayurveda comes in the form of oil massage. Massaging the body with MAYI Infinity. We have many products where we can massage the body, head, face, body. And then after that, we use powders, herbal powders, to clean off our body. When we do that, almost instantaneously, we feel calmer. We feel more aware of our breath. We feel nice. You feel very comfortable being with you. Isn't that a good thing to do? To feel that you are feeling good and comfortable with you. So now the feeling of being comfortable with yourself allows you to reduce the stress. So can you see how both yoga and a herbal lifestyle can reduce our stresses? Now what happens when we reduce our stresses through a herbal and a yogic lifestyle? Then the problems that come to our body because of imbalance slowly disappears. It's such an easy method of managing our health. Again, how does yoga and herbal or Ayurveda manage? By combining the art of moving in a very simple way, incorporating the breath, which makes you feel more calmer, and then with the Ayurvedic or the herbal lifestyle, including consumption of, for example, some of the herbs that we have in MAYI Infinity, some of the capsules that we have. These capsules are vegetable capsules, and inside you have very clean and very potent herbs which help from inside to create a message through the neurotransmitters to different systems in the body. And then the systems start to become more balanced. There are many systems in the body. As we practice yoga and as we practice Ayurvedic lifestyle, through the products that are in MAYI Infinity, you will be able to manage the stresses. Now, since the topic is about constipation and indigestion, of course, when the digestive system is not working at its good level, then the first to be affected is the bowel movements, because not much of absorption, not much of assimilation, not much of the digestive process is happening. So it kind of like disturbs the overall movement of our bowels. By relaxing the body through the herbs and through the yogic lifestyle, we are able to relax the body so that the digestive system becomes super efficient. We don't have any control over the food that is put on the table. what kind of chemicalization has happened to the fruits or vegetables or the grains. We at this moment we don't have much control, but we have control over how the body responds, how the body is able to manage it. And this comes through the practice of yoga and the practice of Ayurveda through the lifestyle advocated by MAYI. MAYI's objective, MAYI Infinity's objective is to bring forth a much more holistic lifestyle. And there are so many practices which I'm just ready to share with you. Some of you are coming to the classes, and I'm also looking forward to going to your places to conduct all this training soon. And I'm very happy that my beloved brother, Professor Dr. Ozanwa Kamalu is here, and also beloved El Claire, his daughter is also here all the way, from there, from Nigeria, supporting our initiatives here. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to coming to your country to do more service to mankind and also to usher in greater harmony through our harmonyonearth.org, a movement towards world peace. So all of us together, working together, supporting each other in harmony, we can make great changes to humanity. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Take care.
Master, thank you so much. Okay, let's not let Master go. Let's ask him some questions. Okay, Master is talking about holistic health, right? It's not just about us taking medicine, de-stressing. There's so much that we can do for ourselves and also for the society. And then living in harmony, they'll all contribute to, of course, stress level going down and a harmonious, good living methods. All these we can practice. Okay, do you have any questions that you want to ask Master? Before that, I was talking about the toxins inside the body. Now, gut, the stomach is sometimes known as the second brain. Second brain, apparently, because there's more neurotransmitters in the stomach area than even in the central nervous system, they say. Master, would you like to talk more about this? The stomach is the second brain. Now, the toxins, that get accumulated there. Now, that can actually even, they say, block, like we are talking about yoga and all, to block the life force, okay, the energy flow. And sometimes it can block the nutrients, the nutrients being going all over the body in a proper way. So now let's hear from Master how
Now, when we look at the human body, we have three centers where there is the opportunity to accumulate toxins are there. And the main center of accumulating toxins is in the digestive system, right? So what we are eating, if it is not healthy, then it will go into where? Where does it go? From the mouth. So the accumulation of toxins starts from the mouth, the gums, and the oral side. So that is the reason why we have oral care. In MAYI, we have oral care. So the first attack is here on the taste, on the tongue and the gums. Then it goes through the throat, and then it goes through the tract and goes to the abdomen, to the digestive system. And then the food that is laced with all these chemicals starts to affect our stomach, the digestive process. Then from there, it goes to the large movement of the small and large intestines. Lots of toxins, when they're accumulating in the digestive system, definitely the residue would be on the walls. And then some of the residue, which are supposed to come out from the body through the bowel movements, some of the toxins do seep out through the intestinal tract to the bloodstream. So it is very difficult to prevent the toxins and some of the poisons that has penetrated the food through pesticides and all of the other chemicals that are being used to treat vegetables, to keep the vegetables fresh. and more so to keep the meat and the fish fresh. Lots of chemicals has to be placed on the meat industry, but not only after the death of the animals or the killing of the animals where the meat has to be preserved. Otherwise, as you know, meat cannot last more than a few hours. It starts to smell very bad. So for years, sometimes from one place to another place, it is kept frozen. But even then, they have to add massive amounts of chemicals. But while they are being cultivated, while the farm animals are being cultivated, lots of chemicalization is also, they are subject to lots of chemicalization while they are being cultivated. So while they are living, they are tortured with chemicalization. After they are killed, they are still, lots of chemicals are used. So when we eat that, and of course, fruits and vegetables are also not free from that, but at least we can, one of the things we can do is we can cultivate at home. We can cultivate in the community, lots of grains, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. We can create community-based farming, agriculture. Small plots in the house can be used. Small space can be used. Some people use the top floor of the house for this cultivation of agriculture. So this one we can do, and we can then ensure that what we are taking in is good. So here, if it is not, then we are subjecting the digestive system to hardship. And as Vijaya mentioned, the toxins will accumulate in the digestive system, and that's the reason why this constipation and irritable bowel syndrome and cancer of the colon and many other issues are happening, hemorrhoids. That is number one. Number two, the other place where there are toxins, and yes, there are gray cells. The brain cells are also found in the gut. So when they say the gut feeling, when you say butterflies in the stomach, it actually, we thought that it was some kind of a feeling that from the mind, but science have found that there are gray matter in the abdominal area. And apart from the brain, from the head, the gray matter is also found in the abdomen. That means your feeling of the gut feeling is actually the brain cells working. And then also in the chest area, do we have gray matter in the chest area? We have. We have millions of gray matter in the heart. So even though the brain is supposed to activate the thinking process, emotions, but when you feel here, it's not philosophical. It is actually scientific. You have gray matter here. Now, if we feel negative, isn't that toxic? When we feel sad, isn't that toxic? When we feel that something negative, fear, when we have fear, isn't that negative? So we feel it here, and the palpitation. And if we continue to think so affectedly, then it can lead to breathing problems and heart issues and all. So this is also a place where toxins accumulate. What kind of toxins? The thoughts which are negative, the doubts that we have, the fears that we have, the jealousies that we have, the revenge motives that we have, all this has to be dissolved. So the toxins from the emotions, dissolve them. And then the other toxin is in our brain, the overthinking, the doubting, the over intellectualization of things, which then separate us from real life. Can we talk to our, let's say, our younger brothers and sisters, or can you talk to your children in an intellectual way? They cannot connect with you. So sometimes we need to dissolve this and feel connected from a very deeper essence in ourselves. So the seat of the intellect has to be also combined with emotions. There must be a balance of the head and the heart and the hands. The thoughts, the feelings, and the actions must be synchronized to bring greater harmony. Then the toxins will dissolve. Even though the food is filled with toxins, we can dissolve 50% of it by thinking well and practicing the herbalized lifestyle, which is propagated by MAYI, and the yogic lifestyle, which is propagated by MAYI. So I hope that we will all embrace the lifestyle that is advocated by MAYI and move forth and to a greater level of clarity and understanding and more love shared to ourselves and the whole world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Master, okay. So we get a picture of how, something as simple as this indigestion, constipation, stress can be the cause, of deeper issues. You see how even the flow of energy with yoga and all, of course, there is a way for us to overcome these issues. Okay, we have a few more minutes. Would you like to ask Master any questions?
Oh, yes. Hello. I really want to, make a little comment, by appreciating our master, my Master Mani, I call him a professor of yoga. He's really indeed a professor of yoga. You see, Master, I don't need to add anything to what you have said because all is well understood because I am learning, I'm just a student. All right. So one thing I want to put there is that when you talk about the ecology and the anatomy of the soul of man, you see that the physical and the spiritual are interconnected and related. You have said it all. So there's no need wasting your time. Sometimes we make an input and they appreciate. My own talk here is appreciation. And I want these things to be recycled. I mean this type of topic to be recycled, repeated all and all, because we can never build a very sanitized and harmonious environment without man, starting from himself or herself. I think you understand. So that is why this type of topic, we appreciate it and want to bring it into what we are doing, especially yoga and natural medicine. So all this commercialization of healthcare, services has really devastated our environment, including man himself. So I thank you so much, and I appreciate you and feel that you keep on doing this and dreaming at a time when you will bring all these our facilitators to Nigeria. We see you physically. You see, I thank you so much, my beloved Master Mani, the professor par excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, my beloved brother, Professor Ozanwa. Your words are always inspiring and really motivates me. I'm looking forward to spending a long time in Nigeria and the African continent next to you, holding your hands and moving throughout the African continent, starting from Nigeria. Very soon, my beloved brother, very soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for these wonderful words. Okay, we are nearing the end of our discussion today. If anyone has any questions, please ask. Now, we want to go deeper into this topic like Professor suggested. Maybe we have the same topic again another day. We have a lot to discuss, especially about herbs, right? If you want to talk about herbs that will help to digest, especially, or herbs that will relieve constipation, there's so many like trikatu. I've heard of trikatu, long pepper, black pepper, ginger. Okay, we have turmeric, fennel, licorice. Okay, all these we have in the products. Okay, in our products. If you have our tea, any avaram tea or avaram coffee, please take and see the label at the back, read the ingredients. Okay, so we have all these in our MAYI products, which, as Master explained just now, will help in our digestion, in everything, and how you can see how this little thing that we do, help the body better, by taking proper food and ingesting herbs and all, is going to help the digestion, and then it's going to help us prevent lots and lots of issues later, right? So anybody else want to add anything to this? You want to ask any questions to Master? Master is still here. Okay, thank you for taking part in our talk show today. Thank you so much. There's so much we have learned by sharing from Dr. Murrali, from Master. Okay, and of course, we'll continue with our discussion later in the same topic. And there's going to be other topics also that we will discuss. Okay.
Hello, Ma.
Yes,
Okay.
Claire, hi.
Okay, thank you so much, Master, for your teaching. I really enjoyed it. Just a contribution.
Okay.
Okay. I noticed that sometimes when we eat our food, we don't always we are not always present when we are eating. Maybe our minds will be racing, thinking of this and thinking of that. We are not always present while we eat. So
Yes.
I want to suggest that whenever we eat our food, let us enjoy the meal while it lasts. Let us always understand that the food we eat is something that nature has given to us, that we should enjoy it. That is when it will give us the nutrients that we require. So I think that while we eat our food, let us enjoy it. Let us enjoy every bit of it and be thankful to the universe, to the elements for providing the food for us, instead of allowing our minds to keep thinking like, what is going to happen next? What am I going to do next? This thing, this, that, how am I going to solve this problem? Sometimes it can cause poisons to our body without us knowing it. So we should always try to be present while we eat. That's my contribution.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Alcla. Such a
Uh,
wonderful and deep look at how, the food, when we eat our food, we should enjoy it. So such a beautiful explanation. Thank you, Alcla. Thank you, everybody.
That's my contribution.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Alcla. Such a
Uh,
wonderful and deep look at how, the food, when we eat our food, we should enjoy it. So such a beautiful explanation. Thank you, Alka. Thank you, everybody. Now, next week, we are going to discuss about how the body is an intelligent mechanism. There's so much that the body can do to help us have a wonderful, excellent health condition. But why the reverse of it is happening all over the world. So let's discuss about the body, how the body, naturally helps to heal, how to build the immune system and all that. We're going to discuss next week. Please do join us next week. There's going to be other people talking to us, people who are very knowledgeable in these issues, and you yourself can contribute. Okay, thank you so much. And so we are going to officially end this session now. And those who want to continue talking to us, we will continue talking to you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking part today. Have a wonderful week.